Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Tonight, this evening, we'll be looking at Rivers United. Just hours from now, they will be coming up. They will be right there in Tunisia, facing Club Africain in the return leg of the CAF Confederations Cup. The first leg here in Nigeria at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, it ended 1-0 in favor of Rivers United. After 3 games in the group, that is Group C, they've won 2 and they lost 1. They lost 1 to Dreams FC of Ghana in their match day 2 that is in Group C of the CAF Confederations Cup. And in match day 3, they defeated Club Africain of Tunisia, and the reverse fixture is bid for tonight, 8 p.m. Nigerian time precisely. So we'll be looking at that game quickly. We'll be looking at expectation of Rivers United. You know, the North Africans with their antics and whatever when it comes to hosting other clubs, not just from Nigeria alone, from other continents of Africa. Just a report yesterday evening when they tried to use the pitch where the stadium where that game will be coming up today, but Rivers United were denied access to that stadium. They didn't allow them to use the pitch to practice. But Sterling Eguma coming out to say the spirit in the camp is high, and they just had to do do an improvisation just to get that training, just to get that team togetherness right there in their hotel where they were lodged. But these are some of the things the North Africans do to defeat you. First of all, they will defeat you psychologically, and then getting to the pitch, you must have been demoralized with all of their antics. At the end of the day, you see them churning out results that is not suitable to a lot of clubs. But let's see how Rivers United will take on Club Africain in tonight's fixture. All right, I have Anthony Ahize joining us this evening on Sports Update. Anthony, welcome to Sports Update. Okay, Anthony is not ready for us. But quickly, that game will be coming up tonight right there in Tunisia, where Rivers United is far away, engaging Club Africain in match day 4 of the CAF Confederations Cup, that is in Group C. And for Club Africain, the first leg in Uyo, Eguma Nwangwa got the only goal for the Nigerian side in Uyo, and it was a very fantastic result in that particular game. And tonight, let's see how Rivers United will react and what they will do. A lot of antics coming from Club Africain, making Rivers United not to settle down very well. And Rivers United, though, was smart enough to leave the shores of the country on Sunday so that they can have a lot of time to rest and then prepare for the game proper, even though they didn't allow Rivers United to use the pitch for their own training. But I believe Rivers United will get something out of that particular game. Okay, let's quickly look at some other story on the show while we'll come back to that particular one. Let's go straight to AFCON 2023, where Frank Onyeka, the midfielder for Brentford, is actually talking tough ahead of the AFCON 2023 that that is the Super Eagles are physically and mentally ready. I think a lot of persons have been saying Super Eagles, they are a team to watch out for in the competition, but so also some persons are not satisfied with the list that was released, and then the coach himself, Jose Pizarro, they are not satisfied with his work with the Super Eagles. But I can see that the players are in fact, they are in high spirit, just like what Victor Osimhen said also days before Onyeka, that himself and his team, his teammates are ready to do battle in AFCON 2023. Just weeks away from now, the competition will be starting in Côte d'Ivoire, and this was the list that was released, the provisional list, and questions has been asked why Francis Uzoho is among the goalkeepers. Okay, let's quickly go over the list. We have Francis Uzoho, that is goalkeepers. We have Adebayo Rafael Adeleye, who plies his trade in Israel. We have Ojo Olonreleke with Enyimba. We have Stanley Wambele. We have Amas Obasoge of Bendel Insurance. And we have Christian Nwoke. Those are for the goalkeepers. Then the defenders, though this list will be streamlined. Defenders, we have Olaino, we have Bright Usai Samuel, we have Tyrone Eboehi, we have Jamilu Collins, we have Zaidu Sanusi, we have Bruno Onyemechi, we have William Truss Ekong, we have Shemi Ajayi, we have Calvin Bassi, Kenneth Omero, Kevin Apoguma, Chidozie Awazim, and Jordan Tonariha, the newly invitee to the Super Eagles. And then for the midfielders, we have Wilfred Ndidi, we have Frank Onyeka, who is saying that they are actually ready for the AFCON. We have Joe Aribo, we have Alex Iwobi, we have Al Hassan Yusuf, we have Fisayo Dele Bashiru, surprising inclusion of Fisayo Dele Bashiru. We have Raphael Onyedika Nwadike and Kelechi Nwakali making a return to the Super Eagles. And then for the attackers, we have Victor Osimhen leading the pack. We have the two Victors, first and second, Victor Boniface, Terry Murphy, who is responding to treatment right now. We have Umar Sadiq, we have Ahmed Musa, Paul Onuachu, who has found his scoring boot again in Turkey. Then we have Siri Desas, who's banging in the goals also for Rangers in the Scottish League. We have Ademola Lookman, fantastic player, Atlanta. We have Nathan Teller, also of Bayer Leverkusen, newly invitee. Then we have Moses Simon for Nantes. We have Emmanuel Dennis, surprisingly, Emmanuel Dennis, Samuel Chukwueze, and Kelechi Iheanacho. These are the provisional list released. Let's see, like I said, this list will still be streamlined. We will know the 22 players that they will be taking to the AFCON, but I think CAF has increased the number to 27. So 27 players will be going to the AFCON 2023. So let's see the 27 players that will be selected by Coach Jose Pizarro. After that meeting with the sports minister, he has promised that he is going to take Nigeria to that promised land, to that glory land, by landing the 4th AFCON title. That will be happening next year. So let's see how it goes. The list, but a lot of persons is not satisfied with the inclusion of Francis Uzoho and very small midfield. We want creativity. The middle of the pack. Surprisingly, Joe Aribo is still in that list, somebody who's not actually getting the playing time with Southampton in the English Championship. But let's see how it goes. I'm not the coach. Jose Pizarro knows what is best for the team and what's best for Nigeria. Okay, let's leave that story and go straight to the EPL, where Taiwo Awoniyi's coach, Steve Cooper, has been asked, and Nuno Espirito, former manager for Wolves, who was also sacked in Saudi Arabia, is now being talked about to replace Steve Cooper in Nottingham Forest. Surprisingly, after losing their last 6 games, they lost 5 out of their last 6 games, and the owner of Nottingham Forest say, okay, let's try another hand since the fortunes are not changing. And this was the same situation they found themselves last season before Steve Cooper actually turned things around for Nottingham Forest, and he was left to at least to lead the team for last season. And this time around, they also found themselves in that same precarious situation of last season. But at the end of the day, I think the owner of Macrina, the owner of Nottingham Forest, is not satisfied with the results that they are getting in the English Premier League. So Nuno is expected to take over from Steve Cooper. Talks are ongoing and very I think the talks are in advanced stage. Let's see, before any other thing, I think Nuno might just be the next manager for Nottingham Forest. He might be at the docket over the weekend, where Nottingham Forest will be engaging in the English Premier League games. So, okay, let's leave that story and go straight to La Liga. There were actions in La Liga last night. We had games in the Spanish La Liga, where it was all of the games ended on a draw affair. The likes of Atletico Madrid ended their game on a draw. Okay, Rayo Vallecano, I beg your pardon, lost to Valencia 1-0 at home, and then Atletico Madrid and Getafe played a 3-3 draw, and Granada lost to Sevilla 3-0 at home also. So those are games in the Spanish La Liga. And let's quickly look at the table. Let's see how they are standing after those games last night. We have Girona, who are back to the top of the table after match day 17. They have 44 points, 2 points ahead of Real Madrid, who have 42 points and second on the log. We have Atletico Madrid third with 35 points, and then we have Barcelona on the fourth position with 35 points. Also, goal difference separating them between them and Atletico Madrid. We have Athletic Club on the fifth position with 32 points. We have Real Sociedad sixth with 30 points. Real Betis is on the seventh position with 27 points. Getafe just a point to the number of points they have. They have 26 points now, occupying the 8th position. We have Las Palmas on the 9th position with 25 points. We have Valencia on the 10th position with 23 points. Let's look at the flip side of the table. Rayo is on the 11th position with 20 points and -8 goal difference. We have Osasuna on the 12th position with -7 goal difference and 19 points. We have Sevilla on the 17th after 17 games having 16 points and then -1. They sacked their coach, and then the new coach is actually doing well, getting that win away. Then Alaves, Deportivo Alaves is on the 14th position with -9 goal difference and 16 points. We have Villarreal on the 15th position with 16 points. Mallorca is on the 16th position with 15 points, and Cadiz is on the 17th position with 14 points. We have Celta Vigo on the 18th position with 13 points, and then Granada is on the 19th position with 8 points, and Almeria continues to remain at the bottom of the La Liga table with 5 points and -22 goal difference. That's a very, I don't know the miracle that Almeria will use in escaping relegation this time around. Last season they actually escaped, but this time around I don't think there might be an escape route for Almeria as it stands. Just 5 points after match day 17. It's not really looking good, and match day 18 will be coming up from tomorrow, and there's some fixtures from tomorrow and then over the weekend before the Xmas break in the Spanish La Liga. There were games also in the German Bundesliga last night. We had a lot of games that went down in the German Bundesliga. Like I mentioned from the onset, it was the German Bundesliga that all games ended on a draw affair. Werder Bremen and RB Leipzig played a 1-1. Borussia Dortmund and Mainz 05 also ended on a 1-1, and 1899 Hoffenheim played 3-3 draw with Darmstadt 98. All of them ending on a draw affairs in the German Bundesliga. All right, let's look at the table of the German Bundesliga. Let's see how those teams are standing after playing out draws within themselves. Bayer Leverkusen still remains at the top of the table with 39 points. Bayern Munich is second with 35 points, 4 points ahead of them. That is Bayer Leverkusen. RB Leipzig is on the third position with 33 points. We have VfB Stuttgart on the fourth position with 31 points. We have Borussia Dortmund on the fifth position, 27 points. Hoffenheim on the sixth position with 24 points also, goal difference separating them, and then Freiburg also have 24 points, staying on the seventh position, -4 goal difference, and we have Eintracht Frankfurt on the eighth position and 5 goal difference with 21 points. Wolfsburg is on the ninth position with 19 points, and then we have Augsburg on the 10th position with 18 points and -4 goal difference. Let's look at the flip side of the table. Let's look at the second side of the table. We have Mönchengladbach on the 17th position, on the 11th position with 17 points. We have FC Heidenheim on the 12th position with 17 points. We have Werder Bremen on the 13th position with 16 points. Bochum is on the 14th position with 16 points. Mainz 05 is on the 15th position with 10 points and -15 goal difference. We have Union Berlin on the 16th position with -16 goal difference and 10 points. FC Cologne on the 17th position with 10 points and -16 after 15 games. And we have Darmstadt 98 is on the 18th position with 10 points and -21 goal difference. They have actually conceded goals, a lot of goals, more than any other team in the league this season. I don't know if Anthony Hize is ready to join us on the show this evening. Okay, Anthony Hize is okay. Anthony. Okay, Anthony Hize is not ready he's not ready for us. Okay, let's quickly look at some cup games fixtures. We have the quarterfinals for the EFL games, that is the English Football League games. We looked at the result of some games that were played last night in on the morning show. We looked at the result, and then the last semi-final spot will be between Liverpool and West Ham United tonight. Who wins this game? That game will be coming up at Anfield after that disappointing goalless draw with Manchester United over the weekend in the league. Let's see how Liverpool will respond to West Ham United firepower at Anfield. So that's the last. Chelsea are through, Middlesbrough are through, Fulham are through to the semi-final, and we're waiting for who is going to win tonight's game between Liverpool and West Ham United. And then in the Italian Coppa, the table toppers in the Italian Serie A, Inter Milan, will be playing Bologna. Let's see who wins that game in the Italian Coppa. Napoli lost their own last night to Frosinone. 4-0 ended at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. And this time around at the San Siro, Inter Milan will be keeping a date with Bologna in the Italian Coppa. Let's see who wins these games tonight. For Liverpool and West Ham United, who's going to join the three teams I just mentioned in the semi-final, and after that game the semi-final pairing will be coming up. Well, we envisage maybe Chelsea, Liverpool in the semi-final, and then Fulham will keep a date with maybe the other any other team that qualifies. We have Chelsea, Fulham, and Middlesbrough. So it might just be Fulham, Middlesbrough, Chelsea, Liverpool in the semi-final. That's my own pairing. I'm not saying that that pairing will be coming up tonight immediately after that game between Liverpool and West Ham United. And then in the Italian Coppa, Inter Milan looking good this season. They are topping the table. It is a free scoring sky. They know how to score goal. Especially they are at home, San Siro, and now they will be playing Bologna in the Italian Coppa. Who wins those games tonight? After 90 minutes or maybe 120 minutes, we will know who is going through to the next round between Liverpool and West Ham United. All right, let's look at today's fixtures. There are games lined up in the league. We have games in La Liga, we have games in the French Ligue 1, and we have a lot of games in the German Bundesliga. All right, let's start with La Liga. We have 3 games in La Liga. Barcelona will be playing Almeria, the bottom team with just 5 points, who are occupying the 20th position in the league. Athletic Club, that is Athletic Bilbao, who assist on the log, will be playing Las Palmas. Villarreal will keep a date with Celta Vigo. That is for the Spanish La Liga. And then in the German Bundesliga, FC Union Berlin against FC Cologne, and then FC Heidenheim 1846 will play SC Freiburg. And then Bayer Leverkusen, who are topping the table with 39 points, we keep a date. We welcome VfL Bochum 1848. Eintracht Frankfurt we play Borussia Mönchengladbach. VfB Stuttgart against FC Augsburg. And second on the German Bundesliga table, Bayern Munich will be away to VfL Wolfsburg. That is in for the German Bundesliga. And then in the French Ligue 1, we just have one game in the French Ligue 1, Brest against Lorient. They will be trading tackles in that particular game. That is for the French Ligue 1. So we had quite a lot of games in the German Bundesliga. All right, it continues at the flip side of it. We have Clermont Foot against Rennes. Lyon, who have moved out of the relegation zone. They were occupying the 18th position in the French Ligue 1, but they have moved out of that place after sacking their coach. Lyon against Nantes, that is Moses Simon's team. Montpellier will play Marseille. Nice with 3 tackles with Lens. And then Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, after they dropped points over the weekend, they played the 1-1 draw with Loxley. They will be at the Parc des Princes, will play Mers, and Reims will take on Le Havre, the newly promoted team. And Lille, who played the 1-1 draw with Paris Saint-Germain over the weekend, will travel to face Strasbourg, and Monaco also will be away to Toulouse. That is in the French Ligue 1. So in the German Bundesliga and the French Ligue 1, there are a lot of games lined up tonight. So, and then in the English Premier League, there's no league game, but rather the cup games. That is for the EFL game between Liverpool and West Ham United. Hours from now, that game will be coming up in England, and then at the Anfield. And then in the Italian Coppa, we have Inter Milan taking on Bologna. So those games are lined up tonight. Some of them will be starting by 7:30 p.m. Nigerian time, while others will be at 8 p.m. Nigerian time. So whichever of the games you want to watch, you're just free to go out there, enjoy all of these fixtures that are being lined up in the top European leagues tonight. And as we speak, the Nigerian MPFL games are almost at the closing stages. The second half of those games are almost being wrapped up right now, and you will get those results on Thursday's show. You will get the maximum and full result from all of those centers, all of those games that happen here in Nigeria and in Europe. Okay, let's leave that and quickly take this transfer story. Not transfer right now. Fantastic player, the ageless one. I'll call him the workaholic for Bayern Munich. He has seen it all. He has won the Champions League. Talking about Thomas Muller, who has extended his contract with Bayern Munich until June 2025. Thomas Muller extended his deal with Bayern Munich until June 2025, giving him 1 year contract extension. His contract was due to expire by the end of this season. That is next summer, I beg your pardon. But right now they have offered him 1 year extension to stay with the Bavarians, as they are called. All right, that is where we'll leave it on the show Sports Update. I am Emmanuel Fashimi saying thanks for watching.
Plateau won by Arsenal. What a goal! That was controversial, but still hold on the ball here. And now lovely interception from Ambrose. And there's a long ball there. No offside. The flag brought down. Albert Hilary. 1-1 with the goalkeeper. Albert makes it 2-0 the things to Yakubu Adams. Adams beats Inyoye. Long ball. And Hilary.